So as we move into our later years, it's natural to witness changes in our physical abilities. However, rather than seeing these transformations as limitations, Buddhism encourages us to view them as a reminder of the impermanent nature of life itself, one of its core teachings. In this stage, the art of living becomes the art of adaptation. It's not about resisting or denying the changes, but rather gracefully embracing them with mindfulness and compassion. Aging is not a decline, but a shift in how we engage with the world. When we embrace change, we are also embracing a deeper understanding of ourselves. Physical strength may wane, but our inner resilience, our ability to meet each moment with awareness, can grow infinitely. True strength, then, is not about pushing beyond our limits, but knowing when to slow down, to pause, and to adjust our actions in alignment with the body's current state. In the words of Buddhist wisdom, balance is found on the middle path, the path that avoids extremes. We are called to seek harmony in all that we do, including our physical movements. In this light, exercise becomes more than just a routine. It becomes a form of moving meditation where each stretch, each breath, and each step is taken with the utmost awareness. Let us view each exercise as a sacred practice of self-compassion, respecting our body's limitations and nurturing its vitality. The goal is not to achieve peak performance, but to maintain a state of ease, comfort, and joy in movement. With the right approach, we can cultivate a vibrant sense of well-being that nourishes both body and spirit, allowing us to live each day with a peaceful heart and a strong, steady presence. As we explore these 6 practices, let us remember, it is not the intensity of our actions, but the quality of our attention that defines true health and happiness. Why walking less may be better for seniors. The concept of balance, or the middle path, is a central teaching in Buddhism, and it can be beautifully applied to how we care for our bodies as we age. The middle path is about avoiding extremes, neither overexerting nor neglecting ourselves. For seniors, this principle is particularly relevant when it comes to exercise, especially something as seemingly simple as walking. Walking is often celebrated as the ideal exercise for all ages, but it's important to remember that, like all activities, its effectiveness depends on how it is practiced. The Buddha often spoke of right effort, one of the Noble Eightfold Path's key elements, which teaches us that effort should be applied mindfully and appropriately according to our condition. Just as a flame must be tended carefully, too much air and it flares out of control, too little and it suffocates, so too must our physical efforts be balanced with our body's current needs. After 70, the body's joints, muscles, and energy levels begin to shift. Too much walking can lead to wear and tear on sensitive joints, increasing the risk of arthritis and discomfort. The repetitive pounding on hard surfaces can strain knees, hips, and lower back, creating more harm than good. On the other hand, reducing walking entirely can lead to stagnation and loss of flexibility. Thus, the focus should be on quality rather than quantity, choosing exercises that align with the body's needs and conserve energy. In the same way that monks are taught to walk mindfully, placing each step with awareness, we too can shift our emphasis from how far we walk to how we walk. Seniors might find it more beneficial to engage in shorter, intentional walks that include moments of pausing to rest, breathe, and observe the world around them. This approach turns walking into a form of meditation, helping maintain not just physical health, but also mental and emotional well-being. The Buddhist principle of right effort encourages us to conserve our energy for activities that nurture the body, mind, and spirit. By combining shorter walks with complementary exercises, such as stretching, gentle strength training, or mindful movement like Tai Chi, we can ensure that we are walking wisely and in harmony with our aging bodies. This is the true essence of the middle path: moving mindfully, conserving energy, and walking with peace, not force. Conserving energy wisely, practicing mindful movement. In Buddhist philosophy, the human life is often described as a precious jewel, something rare and valuable that should be cherished and protected. This concept can serve as a powerful reminder for seniors to conserve their energy and treat their bodies with the utmost care and respect. As we age, our energy is like a delicate flame. Each flicker must be used wisely, not squandered on unnecessary activities that may exhaust us physically or mentally. The Buddha taught that mindful awareness is essential in every action we take. This means bringing our full presence to each breath, step, and movement. Every action, no matter how small, becomes an opportunity to cultivate mindfulness and deepen our connection with the present moment. For seniors, this teaching is particularly significant when it comes to physical activity. Each movement should be approached with the intention of nurturing the body and conserving its strength, rather than draining its energy reserves. Mindful movement is about slowing down and moving with purpose. Imagine walking as if each step were a gentle kiss upon the earth, feeling the ground beneath your feet and being aware of the sensations in your muscles and joints. The goal is not to move quickly or cover great distances, but to engage with the body in a harmonious way. When we walk mindfully, we allow ourselves to move through the world with grace, conserving energy rather than depleting it. This practice aligns with the Buddhist teaching of right mindfulness, where awareness of the body is cultivated to promote both physical and spiritual health. One practical way to apply this is through mindful walking. Begin by standing still, feeling the weight of your body distributed evenly across both feet. Take a slow, deliberate step, feeling each part of your foot connect with the ground. Notice the subtle shifts in your body's balance, the way your muscles engage, and the sensations that arise. With each step, breathe deeply and move with ease, as if you are flowing with the rhythm of nature itself. By focusing on the quality of movement rather than the quantity, seniors can preserve their vitality and promote overall well-being. This approach transforms exercise into a form of moving meditation, where each step, each stretch, and each breath is taken with mindfulness and intention. It's not about doing more, but about doing each action with a pure, focused mind, allowing the body to benefit from the energy of awareness. In this way, conserving energy becomes an act of wisdom and compassion, an offering of respect to the precious body and life that we have been gifted. This practice leads to a deeper sense of peace and balance, where physical activity is no longer a task, but a gentle dance of mindful living. Strength training, building a foundation of inner stability. In Buddhist teachings, true strength arises not from outward power, but from inner stability and resilience. This concept applies to both the body and the mind. Just as a sturdy tree stands firm against strong winds, the body too needs a strong foundation to support it as it navigates the changes that come with aging. This is where strength training becomes essential, especially in the later years of life. Strengthening the body is much like cultivating inner strength in the mind. It requires patience, persistence, and discipline. When we lift weights or engage in resistance exercises, we are not merely building muscles. We are fortifying the temple of the body. This physical temple, like a spiritual one, must be cared for and strengthened if it is to remain a solid refuge in times of challenge. In the same way that a stable mind underpins the Eightfold Path, a strong body serves as a foundation for physical health, mental clarity, and overall well-being. Buddhism teaches us to approach every endeavor with right effort, which means putting in the necessary work without overstraining ourselves. Strength training can embody this principle perfectly. It is not about lifting the heaviest weights or performing the most repetitions. It's about gradual, mindful progression, honoring where the body is today and gently encouraging it to grow stronger over time. Each repetition, performed with awareness, becomes an opportunity to cultivate focus and perseverance. Physical strength also has a profound impact on mental resilience. When we engage in strength training, we are not just challenging our muscles, but also training our minds to overcome discomfort, push through self-doubt, and persist in the face of difficulty. This inner fortitude translates to other areas of life, helping us navigate stress, anxiety, and even pain with a sense of calm and confidence. Just as a calm, stable mind is the foundation for wisdom, a strong, balanced body provides the stability needed to support daily activities and maintain independence. Consider strength training as a practice of balance and self-discovery. Imagine each movement as an act of building the pillars of a temple, each pillar representing qualities like stability, perseverance, and patience. The process might seem slow at times, but over weeks and months, the temple becomes stronger, more resilient. The Buddha often emphasized that great transformations occur through small, consistent actions. Strength training, therefore, becomes a spiritual practice, reinforcing the body's foundation so it can support a life of vitality, mindfulness, and joy. Balance exercises, finding equanimity in movement. In Buddhist philosophy, the quality of equanimity is revered as the calm center that remains steady amidst the turbulence of life. This inner balance is cultivated through mindfulness and meditation, allowing us to respond to external events with grace and composure. In much the same way, physical balance exercises help our bodies find stability and maintain equilibrium, even when faced with unexpected shifts and challenges. As we age, our sense of balance naturally declines, increasing the risk of falls and injury. But just as we can train the mind to remain steady through meditation, we can train the body to move with stability and control. Balance exercises like standing on one leg or engaging in gentle forms of Tai Chi help us cultivate a state of physical equanimity. These movements teach us to feel grounded, centered, and aware, embodying the Buddhist concept of right mindfulness. When we practice balance exercises, we are training the body and mind to work in harmony, each supporting the other. Imagine standing on one leg, feeling the subtle sway of your body as it seeks stability. With each tiny adjustment, your muscles, joints, and mind are engaged in a dance of awareness and responsiveness. This simple exercise becomes a microcosm of life itself, how we remain steady, not by resisting change, but by flowing with it. Just as a tree bends with the wind to avoid breaking, our body learns to adapt, shift, and find its center anew with every step we take. Exercises such as Tai Chi are particularly powerful for cultivating balance because they blend mindful movement with focused breathing. Each motion is slow, deliberate, and filled with intention, much like the way a meditator mindfully observes their breath. This integration of body and mind fosters a state of samatha, or tranquility, where both physical and mental poise are strengthened. When we engage in these practices regularly, we become more attuned to the subtle signals of our bodies, able to move with greater ease and confidence. Balance is not just about preventing falls, it is about cultivating a sense of physical and mental steadiness that permeates every aspect of our lives. With improved balance, we move with a sense of grace and ease, navigating daily tasks with assurance. This steadiness also extends into our emotional landscape, helping us respond to stress or sudden changes with a calm, unshaken heart. The Buddha taught that true equanimity arises when the mind is undisturbed by external events. Similarly, physical balance arises when the body can respond skillfully to shifts in its environment. By practicing balance exercises, we are training ourselves to maintain this centeredness, to move through life's uncertainties with a body and mind that are both strong and serene. In this way, balance exercises become more than just a physical routine. They become a practice of mindful stability, teaching us to stand firm in the face of whatever life may bring. Flexibility and range of motion, embracing impermanence. The Buddha taught that all things are subject to change, a concept known as anicca, or impermanence. Nothing remains static, everything flows and transforms with the passage of time. Embracing this truth requires flexibility, not just of mind, but also of body. As we grow older, honoring the principle of impermanence means recognizing the natural shifts that occur within us and responding with grace and acceptance. Flexibility exercises are a physical manifestation of our willingness to flow with life's changes. Just as a tree that bends with the wind survives the storm, while a rigid one may break, so too must we cultivate a supple, responsive body that adapts to the changing seasons of life. When we stretch, we are not merely lengthening muscles, we are embodying the quality of resilience that Buddhism celebrates, the ability to yield without breaking, to move without resistance. Aging often brings a natural tightening of muscles and joints, limiting our range of motion and making daily movements more challenging. Yet, by engaging in regular flexibility exercises, we can soften this rigidity and maintain a sense of openness in the body. Think of each stretch as a gentle conversation with your muscles, a dialogue that says, "I respect your limitations, but I invite you to expand." This approach is rooted in metta, or loving kindness, where we treat the body with patience and compassion, never forcing or straining. Imagine a bamboo stalk swaying gracefully in the wind. It bends deeply, yet always returns to its upright position. Flexibility is not about pushing ourselves to extreme limits, but about allowing the body to find its natural, comfortable range. When we stretch, we honor the body's innate rhythm, breathing into each pose and allowing the muscles to release tension at their own pace. This mindful approach respects the Buddhist principle of ahimsa, or non-harm, as it encourages us to listen to our bodies and move gently within our current abilities. Through flexibility exercises like yoga or simple daily stretches, we nurture our joints and muscles, maintaining mobility and reducing stiffness. These practices also enhance blood flow, promote relaxation, and contribute to better posture, which can alleviate pain and discomfort. More importantly, they help us accept and embrace the truth of impermanence. Just as a river's flow shapes the landscape over time, our bodies are also shaped by the movements we choose to make. Each time we stretch, we are reminded that change is constant and that aging is simply another cycle in the flow of life. Flexibility training, then, becomes an act of surrender and acceptance, a way of celebrating the dynamic nature of the body while fostering a deeper connection to the present moment. By embracing these changes, we move through life with ease and lightness, embodying the wisdom of the bamboo, rooted in strength, yet endlessly flexible in the face of change. Living with awareness and ease. As we reflect on these practices, let us remember that true health is not measured solely by physical capability, but by the harmony between body, mind, and spirit. In Buddhism, every action, no matter how small, carries the potential to become a path to wisdom when performed with mindfulness and compassion. Exercise, too, can be transformed into a sacred ritual of self-care, an opportunity to nurture the body with the same kindness and respect that we would offer a beloved friend. Instead of viewing these exercises as mere routines or obligations, let us see them as practices that cultivate a deeper connection to ourselves. When we move with awareness, we honor the Buddha's teaching of living fully in the present moment. Each stretch, each step, each breath is a chance to return to the here and now, to find joy in the movement of our limbs, and to celebrate the simple miracle of being alive. It is in these small mindful actions that we discover sukha, or a true sense of ease and contentment. By embracing gentle strength training, mindful walking, balance exercises, flexibility practices, and the fluidity of mindful movement, we are not just preserving our physical health, we are nurturing the essence of bodhi, or awakened awareness. These movements are not ends in themselves, but means to cultivate a mind that is calm, a heart that is open, and a body that is resilient. Our greatest strength lies not in resistance, but in our ability to adapt, to flow, and to respond wisely to the changes life presents. Just as a tree that bends with the wind remains unbroken, we too can meet each day's challenges with grace and equanimity. Let exercise be an expression of this inner strength, a way of maintaining balance and vitality, while keeping the heart soft and the mind serene. In the end, let us move forward with a renewed sense of compassion and presence, treating our bodies not as machines to be pushed, but as temples to be honored, temples that support a life lived with awareness, joy, and ease. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it and leave a comment below. Also, make sure to share it with your friends and help spread the word. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future updates. Thank you for your support.